It is, well, it's not summer yet, but we're getting near summer. It's June,
It's
which of
it's sort of summer.
which means it's time to talk about the video games.
The video games are back.
It's the time where everyone gets together and is like, we're gonna dump a bunch of video game news on you, and you're like, all right, I guess this is a thing.
It used to be E3, and now it is no longer E3.
No, it is not.
Now it's Jeff Keighley.
Key three.
Key 3?
Key three. But yeah, we got some stuff to talk about, a lot of announcements, and we'll dive through all of them in order.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, hello, welcome to this week's episode of Season Land with Checkup OVA. It's a podcast where we have conversations about video games, anime, and manga. Hello, I'm Jared, joined as always by Doc, Al, and Lady
Howdy.
This is episode number 442, and let's dive into the quintessential summer game fest.
I'm gonna talk about video games.
Video games are here. Sony kicked things off for us with a state of play on the 4th
Mm-hmm.
of June. They had some video games to talk about,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll
Some
also
new ones,
talk
some
about
that showed
them.
up.
Yes. They kicked things off with Lumines Arise, a new Lumines game for the PS5, PlayStation VR 2, and the personal computer.
This was not one I expected them to open up a show with.
No, but it was an interesting little surprise.
It was. It was very interesting. I never would have expected them to open up a show with this.
Yeah. It's Lumines.
Yep, that's what it is.
It's another one of those.
If you like those games, you might like this.
Did this have a date? This is out this fall, I guess.
Wow. Okay.
So there you go. Coming soon. Capcom showed off Pragmata for the first time in like 5 years.
Yeah, it's been a hot second.
This is coming to PS5, Xbox, and PC, and PC. In 2026, they showed more gameplay of it. There's a girl that hangs on your back. It still looks like Capcom making a Kojima game.
Mm-hmm. People are weird on the internet about it.
A shocker.
Yeah. The most played parts of the trailer, some people are saying that it's because they feel like the knee is AI, but it also conveniently is a part where they show the child's feet.
That's weird.
Yep. The internet's gonna internet.
That's weird.
Yeah, her hair freaks me out in this game. Like, I don't know what it is about her hair, but like it just goes all over the place, and I can't handle it. I wouldn't play this game anyway. I wouldn't. It's not a me kind of thing.
I feel like a lot of the recent Capcom games, like especially with like the RE engine, have just had weird hair at times.
Her hair just is funky,
Funky hair.
but not like Funky Kong.
Funky Kong. New funky mode. After that, Grasshopper's making a new game called Romeo is a Dead Man. I remember we were talking, and I was like, man, this looks like if Suda51 was making Dead Rising, and then right afterwards, here's Suda51 doing the Great Muda pose, and he's like, hello,
Yep.
it's me, Suda51. I made a video game.
Yep.
So,
I mean,
yeah.
it looks like a Suda 51 game.
It sure does.
Yep. I mean, it looks cool.
Yeah.
Very stylish, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Um, a man gets like half his head blown off at like the first 10 seconds of the trailer,
Mm-hmm.
and then he becomes a dead man.
That's how that works, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is coming to PS5, Xbox, and PC in 2026. We got a new trailer for Silent Hill F. Yeah, that's how it goes. Silent Hill. Hill.
That's how you pronounce it, right?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
It's still an interesting looking game, very spooky and all that. This is coming out on September the 25th, I think. Yes, for PS5, Xbox, and PC.
Some of those critters are scary looking.
Mm-hmm.
Blech.
They're making a new Bloodstained game.
They are. That was
They
actually
are.
interesting.
Yeah. Coming out in 2026, Bloodstained: The Scarlet Engagement, coming for PS5, Xbox, and PC. I like that first Bloodstained game.
I did too.
It was neat.
Mhm.
So it's cool that they're making another one of these.
Yeah, I am interested in playing this.
Yeah. Digimon Story Time Stranger got a new trailer coming out on October the 3rd, coming to PS5, Xbox, and PC. It's Digimon. They're digital monsters.
That's a thing you like.
Digimon are the champions.
Wait. Digimon are the champion?
Yeah. That's the theme song.
Okay. I was obviously not a Digimon girly.
Clearly.
Mm-hmm.
Disappointing.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I live to disappoint you.
No, that's not true. So yeah, I'm excited for that to come out. Coming out in October.
Mm-hmm.
Final Fantasy Tactics is back.
It's back.
The Evil East Chronicles coming to PS5, Xbox, Switch 2, PS4, Switch, and PC on September the 30th. It's Final Fantasy Tactics.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy Tactics. There you go.
They've got like a traditional version and then they've got like a new version with all voice acting and like revamped like art and mechanics and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And Ben Starr has announced that he's in it.
Of course he is.
Yep.
He's not going to miss a chance to be in a Final Fantasy game if he can.
Right? He's like, yes.
So yeah, this is it's Final Fantasy Tactics again. It's going to, like you said, it has like the classic version, which will use the War of the Lions translation, and then the newer version had, I think, a different translation as well.
Correct.
Along with, we said, voice acting, UI, all that sort of stuff.
Also has been announced that the voice actor and actress for Cloud and Aerith will be in this because of the cameo.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, people like the Final Fantasy Tactics, so.
I'm not good at tactics games.
Me either.
I want to like this game so much because everyone's like, Final Fantasy Tactics is great. And I'm just like, trying to play it.
That's usually how it goes.
Yeah, me and you are the same on that.
Mm-hmm.
We can. I was gonna say reminisce. That's not the right word. What word am I looking for?
We can connect.
Yeah, that'll work. We can bond over our shared dislike of tactics games.
True. Up next, we saw Hirogami. It's getting a PS5 version coming on September the 3rd. This is a 3D action platformer. It's got like a bunch of origami inspiration to it.
Oh, right. It was Paper Mario the Origami King, but not.
Yeah, there you go.
That's literally the only thing I could think of when I was watching this. Is like, oh, this is just the Origami King.
Mm-hmm. Everybody's Golf Hot Shots coming September 4th in Japan and September 5th worldwide. You can pre-order and get the Pac-Man as a playable character. Yep, that's what he sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
Get your golfing on. Ninja Gaiden Ragebound coming July 31st to the PS5, Xbox, PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC.
Is this the one with a shark in it?
No,
that was Ninja Gaiden 4.
Yeah.
Okay, so this was this Ninja Gaiden can survive.
Yes, this is a side scroller in the vein of the original Ninja Gaiden, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that.
Mm-hmm.
Now I gotta click to the next page to see
I just
what
did
else.
that. Climbing.
Karn. Coming November 5th. It's a climbing game. You can play a demo of it now. It's coming to PS5 and a PC. You're climbing.
Yeah, if you really like climbing and Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, then this game might be for you.
Apparently, this is made by the people who made Fury and Haven, and also the sound design team behind Limbo, Inside Control, and Cocoon.
Okay, sure. Why not?
Climbing.
Mm-hmm.
Next, we have the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection coming to everything. It is coming in 2025. It is a new digital Eclipse game where you're going to have all of the classic Mortal Kombat games. I think it's like 1 through 4.
Yeah.
1 through 4.
But arcade and console.
Arcade, SNES, Genesis, Game Boy, Game Gear, 32X, GBA Mortal Kombat, and more, apparently.
Wow.
Digital Eclipse continues to do good things with these collections, it seems. They're going to have like a whole documentary about the series and everything, a whole bunch of like bonus material and all that sort of stuff. So
Hmm. I've been to their offices. They're pretty cool.
yeah.
They're right down the road.
Sony was like, "Hey, we're gonna make a wireless fight stick," and everyone's like, "Huh? That doesn't seem like a good idea." But all right.
That is not what people want out of a fight
No.
stick.
It's called Project Defiant, coming in 2026.
Sure.
It's a fight stick and it's wireless, so sure.
Yep.
All right. New trailer for Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, where saw some classic scenes from the game, and then saw a bunch of stuff from the Snake versus Monkey mode, where you got to catch the ape escape monkeys.
Mm-hmm.
They're little dangerous critters.
Same.
And then I think it also ended with like them showing off that you're gonna have to catch the little like frog statues again. Which, yeah, that makes sense.
Is that a thing that you had to do previously?
That was a thing in the game, yeah.
No, ne?
Neo 3 is coming to the PS5 and PC. There's a demo of that out now. It's coming in 2026. The third Neo game. You can play as a samurai and a ninja in the Team Ninja's Souls-like series.
Mm-hmm.
Thief VR coming to PSVR 2, Steam VR, and Quest 2 and 3 in 2025. If you want to play a Thief game in VR, it's the game for you. Tides of Tomorrow, getting PS5 and Xbox versions, launching on February 24th, 2026.
This was VR too, wasn't it? Or is this something different?
No, I don't think it was VR.
Oh, this was the multiplayer one.
Yeah, it's like where you can follow other players, like
right,
how they do the game and like their choices and everything. It's interesting.
Right, I forgot exactly what it was.
This is made from the people who made Road 96, which was an interesting game as well. So curious to see how this works out and everything. Astrobot's getting 5 new bonus levels on July the 10th. The Vicious Void Galaxy.
I want them to stop doing challenge levels and do like fun levels.
No fun allowed. New bots are going to be in there. It's like one of the bots will be the lady from Ghost of Yote.
Mm-hmm.
And then mysterious other ones. Who knows?
Who knows?
Sea of Remnants is a game for the PS5, PC, and mobile. It is a free-to-play RPG. Set on the high seas. You're a pirate, and there's pirate stuff and sea stuff and weird mermaids, and it's an RPG, but it's also free to play, which means there's probably lots of gotcha.
Probably. Arr.
Sword of the Sea coming August 19th to the PS5 and PC. This is made by the people behind Abzu, The Pathless, and of course you may have heard of this game, Journey.
Maybe once or twice.
So, yeah,
but it's not the one based on the band.
No. But yeah, this is basically it looks a lot like Journey, but not Journey.
Yep. It looks like a Journey game.
And you can fly through the air. Not really fly. You can kind of like snowboard, but not snowboard on the sand with your sword.
Uh-huh.
So there's that. Do tricks and stuff.
Cool.
Neat. PlayStation Plus Classics catalog getting a bunch of new games like Deus Ex, the PS2 version of that, on June 17th. Twisted Metals 3 and 4 on July 15th and July 15th. The original versions of Resident Evil 2 and 3 coming in summer. Uh-huh. And then also Mist and Riven will be available on June the 5th, which is already passed, so those are out now, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
IO gave us the first look at 007 First Light coming in 2026, coming to PS5, Xbox, Switch 2, and PC. The Hitman people making the Bond.
I'm curious what you think about this.
James Bond. It looked neat. You could definitely tell a lot of like the Hitman style gameplay was featured in some of the combat sections they showed off. I think it's interesting that they're making this kind of like almost an origin story type deal.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be fun and interesting. Yeah, it looked neat. I am interested to play it next year. And then I will be like, hello, it's me. I'm James Bond now.
Cool.
I'm British. Give me a martini. That's
Yep.
what he says.
Yep.
Ghost of Yote will get a gameplay deep dive state of play next month. There was a dog.
Arr. Wait, that's a
Uh,
pirate, not a dog.
Arr.
Arr.
And fine.
Oh.
And their last thing, Sony's making a fighting game
This was wild.
coming in 2026. They are teaming up with Arc System Works to make Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. A Marvel, what does it say? It's a tag game. I forget how many.
4v4.
4v4, yeah. So Sony's making a new Marvel tag game. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. With Arc System Works, which is not what I expected.
No.
And I was like, oh, well, now the fight stick makes sense, but still, no one's gonna want to use that fight stick because it's wireless.
No. Interesting takes on a lot of the Marvel characters in this. Like they got new looks and everything. It looked really great in motion and all that. They're gonna like start. I think they also said like they'll keep pumping out characters afterwards because like I think they only announced like 8 or so characters here.
Correct.
And probably gonna have to have a lot more for a 4v4 tag game, of course. But yeah, interesting thing. Was not expecting them to be like, hey, we're making a fighting game.
Nope.
With Arxis, and it's a Marvel fighting game, a series that has a lot of pedigree with it, especially in the tag fighting genre.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I like the art style and I like the look they're going for. I probably won't play it just because I probably won't, unless like you also get it, and then I'll be like, all right, sure, I suppose.
Arxis makes good fighting games, so
they do. I'm just not really a Marvel kind of.
I mean, that's fair, yeah. So yeah, that's coming out next year.
And that's how they ended it with
That is how they ended it.
Pretty long video about that game.
Yeah. So next up, we have the Summer Game Fest.
Jeff Keighley.
Jeff Keighley's here, and he's here to tell you about how video games are only made by like 3 people, and that's it. Don't talk about any collaborators or contributors or anything like that. They don't count.
Nope.
We start off with Mortal Shell 2 coming to the PS5, Xbox, and PC in 2026. It's a sequel to Mortal Shell. Did you know about that?
I didn't know the first game, but this looked like a weird like third-person Doom kind of game.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, the Summer Game Fest was a lot of grimdark games, Souls-like games, and Gooner games.
Yep.
So if you're looking for all that,
you're in luck.
This was the place to be, I guess.
I don't like any of that.
After that, we saw Chronicles Medieval for the personal computer coming in 2026. It's a medieval action game.
Mm-hmm.
An immersive medieval sandbox, they might say. Large-scale battles, excuse me. I did a little hiccup.
I heard that. You need peanut butter.
Sorry, no peanut butter around.
Back.
What do we got after that? Sonic Racing Crossworlds is getting a Switch 2 version. It's coming out on September 25th. We saw some of the DLC coming to the game.
This is funny because I was like, oh, if I got this, I'd only play as Tails. And then we saw the DLC characters. It's like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, please.
I believe the free DLC characters are Hatsune Miku. You may have heard of her.
Once or twice.
Ichiban Kasuga from Yakuza.
Mm-hmm.
Not Katsuga, but Kasuga.
Not my kitty.
And the Joker baby from the Persona. And then also, if you want to get a paid DLC, you can get characters from Minecraft. Steve Minecraft is here.
Steve Minecraft is here.
To hang out with Sonic and Hatsune Miku and Ichiban.
It was so funny. I was like, what?
Sure.
Well, I mean, you mentioned it. You're like, Ichiban, he knows Dragon Kart really well, so.
He is a professional at the
Dragon Kart.
At kart racing, so
Yeah, he's a professional. So yeah, once I said that I would play as Tails, and then they're like, "Here's Ichiban," I'm like, "Well, I guess I wouldn't always play as Tails then."
I'm assuming we're gonna get more characters. I think there's like a screen that showed like the free DLC characters. And there was like a bunch more spots open, and then also more spots for the paid DLC as well.
Correct.
Yeah. I
You
played some
played
of
it.
this. I played some of this a little bit ago. It seemed fine. It seemed like a kart racer. So I mean, yeah, it does what it wants to do. So there is that. I mean, it also they did say unlike other kart racers in the genre, you can play crossplay with your friends because it's on multiple consoles and not just one,
Yeah, they did. They did throw that out there.
which is funny.
That was pretty funny.
Bandai Namco announced Code Vein 2 for the PS5, Xbox, and PC coming in 2026, a sequel to Code Vein. Just surprising.
It looked weird. It
Yeah.
looked weird. Like it had like some realistic-y looking pieces, and then it's like here's this really anime guy. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember the first game looking like that, but
I don't
you know,
either, but I didn't play it, so
Yeah. More
um,
Souls-like for you if you're wanting that.
I don't want that.
End of Abyss is coming to PS5, Xbox, and PC in 2026. It's a sci-fi game.
Siffy. I don't know. I got nothing.
Action adventure sci-fi.
Yep.
That's what we got for you. Mouse PI for Hire is getting Troy Baker as its protagonist. Yippee.
Yay.
That's coming out on everything in 2025.
Great.
Game of Thrones. Have you heard about that?
This trailer was weird.
Yeah, it was interesting. It's getting a real-time strategy game for the PC. Coming in 2026, where basically you can, I guess, just replay a bunch of the battles from, the series and play them out in different ways if you want. You can make them play out canonically as they do, or you could have them play out completely differently, as they showed in the trailer, where like good
Jon
old
Snow gets
Jonathan
taken
Snow
over.
gets killed and becomes a Iceman.
What are those things called?
I don't remember.
White Walker?
Sure, maybe.
I don't remember.
But yeah, they had Jon Snow. They had the big White Walker man there. The Dragon Lady was there. The Incest Man was there.
The
All your
dragon went
favorites.
and died.
Yeah, that dragon got killed.
Yikes. Don't hit your brother in the face.
Also true. Atomic Heart 2 is coming to consoles and PC in 2026. If you want some Gooner games, here you go.
This was so gooner.
Yeah.
And if I remember correctly, the developer is kind of problematic, so
Yep.
that was good. But there was like a part where they just had a crotch right in my face, and there was like maybe
You're
an
like-
inch
you're
of
like-
cloth covering that thing.
Like, do you want to see this lady's Well, here you go.
I literally, if like a stray breeze hit that thing, then she's gonna be flapping in the wind.
Yep.
Yep. I was like, oh, okay, well then. Yeah. No, thank you. I'm good. I'm very good without that.
They also announced a multiplayer RPG, The Cube, for consoles and PC, and it's also very goonery.
It's also very goonery, and the voice direction was not very good.
No. Let's see. Marvel Cosmic Invasion, the side-scrolling beat 'em up, is getting She-Hulk and Rocket Raccoon coming to the video game. That's coming out later this year.
Mm-hmm.
We got a new trailer for Onimusha Way of the Sword. Showed some gameplay of it and everything.
I know people are excited about that.
Yeah. That's coming next year as well. We got an interesting game called Felt That Boxing, which was like a puppet boxing game for PC.
I will once again say, if they do not hire Alejandro Saab to do a voice in this, they're doing it wrong, because he literally talks about all the time how he wanted to like go into puppetry and be like a Muppet person, but now he does voice acting. Like this is perfect for him.
Yeah.
Let him do this. I don't care if the game's like good or not. Like, let Alejandro do part of his dream. Please. And pay him for it.
Please.
Please.
This is coming sometime in the future. It looked really nice. If that trailer was like actual like gameplay or like just like in-engine stuff, like it looked pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, the puppets really looked great.
Yeah.
I was kind of surprised because that look would be kind of hard to pull off.
Yeah, 100%. Square Enix announced a new multiplayer game called Killer N. It's getting a closed beta test for the PC sometime in the future. It's basically Among Us meets Mafia / Werewolf.
Ah, right. That's what that was. I forgot what that was entirely.
Yes.
Yep. Okay.
So there's that. Arc Raiders, is the most anticipated game of the year, of course. That's what I hear.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming October 30th for PS5, Xbox, and PC. Yeah, it's a cooperative shooter.
Yep.
It's the most anticipated game of the year, of course.
Sure.
Uh-huh. They're making a new Chrono game. Haha, just kidding.
Nope.
Chrono Odyssey is getting a closed beta test June 20th to 22nd on the PC. Time stuff, and it's grimdark.
Yep.
Also, it's an MMO, I guess.
Yes,
Sure.
and it's not Square Enix.
No. Mafia: The Old Country got a new trailer where you're in Italy. It's the 1900s. You gotta be for the family. You gotta do the hand thing.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm still interested in this game. It's coming out later this year. Co-op games. There's actually a couple of co-op games in this Summer Games Fest as well.
Mm-hmm.
This first one, Lego Voyager, is coming to PS5, Xbox, PS4, Switch, and PC in 2025. It looked interesting.
Yeah, it did.
You're 2 Lego blocks and you're doing cooperative stuff, and you got to build Legos. You got to put Lego pieces together to solve puzzles and everything. So, could be an interesting little adventure.
This looks like a game that would be fun for us to play together.
And also, it does the split fiction thing where it has a friends pass.
Which is great. We
Yes.
love that. More games should do that if they're
Thumbs
co-op.
up. So yeah, that looked neat.
Yee.
Lies of P's DLC Overture is now out. They announced it here. You can go hang out in the snow and go to the zoo. Watch out for kangaroos that will roll at you.
Why are they rolling at me?
I don't know. They just do.
Okay.
Let's see. Up next, we have Fractured Blooms, which is scary farming simulator, essentially.
Yeah, I forget how they described it. They said it was like
It was-
Doki Doki Literature Club meets something else.
Silent Hill.
Silent Hill.
Which I guess the artist is the Doki Doki Literature Club artist.
Ah, Nahone, that's why.
But yeah. Yeah. Interesting, weird little thing here.
Mm-hmm.
I love to do some farming and then be like, oh no, I'm going to be scared.
Everything's terrible.
Don't eat the tomatoes.
Yeah, don't eat the tomatoes, according to Jeff Keighley.
Obey her mouth.
What?
That's it's what it said on the screenshot. It says the mission thingy is obey her mouth.
Oh.
Spooky.
Ooh.
Did they say when this is coming out? Nope. Sometime in the future. Blade and Soul Heroes is coming in September. It's a free-to-play MMO. It's coming to PC and a mobile. Yep.
Yep.
The Seven Deadly Sins Origin got a trailer. It is a free-to-play open-world action RPG coming in 2025. It's just a mouthful of words.
Yep.
That's coming to PS5, PC, and Steam and mobile. Jurassic World Evolution 3 coming to PS5, Xbox, and PC on October 21st, but also, disappointingly, they're using AI artwork in this game to make, like, scientist faces, which is really dumb.
Oh, I hate that. Is this the one where you came back and I was singing the Jurassic Park
Yes.
theme song?
Of course
But
it
like
was.
really badly.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I remember you went to go get water and you came back and you're like, oh, of course, this is what I came back to.
Wouldn't
Don't
expect
use
anything
AI
less.
art.
No.
Don't use AI art.
Don't be stinky.
Blech.
After that, Mina the Hollower is coming out on October 31st. This is the newest game from the people who made Shovel Knight. It's very much looks like a Game Boy game.
My cat?
No, it does not look like Game Boy the cat,
Okay.
but like the handheld console.
Right. His namesake.
Yeah, there's a demo of it out now if you want to check it out. I have it downloaded. I have not checked it out yet, though. But I want to check it out because I liked Shovel Knight.
I haven't played it.
It's good.
I've heard that.
Yeah. Let's see what else. Marvel's Deadpool VR. Coming to the Quest 3, made by Twisted Pixel of all places. They replaced Ryan Reynolds with Neil Patrick Harris to be Deadpool, which is very weird.
Yeah, that was weird.
Sure, why not? Dying Light the Beast coming on August 22nd. It's a Dying Light standalone thing.
I don't know.
Or DLC or expansion. I don't know. It's part of the Dying Light franchise, of course, coming to PS5, Xbox, PS4, Xbox One, PC. On August the 22nd is more Dying Light gameplay. If you like to parkour and bash zombies' faces in, you can do that there. Mixtape got a trailer. This is coming some point this year for PS5, Xbox, and PC. If you want period piece adventure game as a teenager.
With a pretty good soundtrack.
Yeah, featuring music from Devo, Roxy Music, Lush,
Devo.
Devo, The Smashing Pumpkins, everyone's favorite band. Yeah, Iggy Pop, Sushi and the Banshees, and Joy Division, and many more. So there you go. Yeah, that looked
interesting.
Mm-hmm. Bandai Namco is like, hey, we're making a new roguelike game called Toa and the Guardians of the Sacred Tree. Not starring Toa Herschel.
I was say not our Toa.
But it's coming to PS5, Xbox, Switch, and PC on September the 19th. Yeah, roguelike game. Interesting art style.
Mm-hmm.
All that sort of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. What else? Acts of Blood. It is a Indonesian beat 'em up game coming in summer of 2026 for the PC.
This is the one that Keeley said like one guy made, which I don't think is true.
One guy and some of his friends.
Right, which is not one guy.
No. Yeah, it looked neat. It looked like a very stylish beat 'em up game. I think at one point you said it reminded you of The Quiet Man.
It did.
Which is very rude to say.
To this game or The Quiet Man?
To this game.
Oh, sorry.
Maybe you'll be able to parkour over someone's head in this game, but
I sincerely hope so. We need more games that we can parkour over people's bald heads.
Yeah, that looked neat. Scott Pilgrim EX is coming to the PS5, Xbox, PS4, Switch, and PC in early 2026. They're making a new Scott Pilgrim beat 'em up game.
Which we talked about this when we saw it. I really liked the Scott Pilgrim game. You really did not care for it that much.
Uh-huh.
I asked like, "Hey, can I still drag you along if I get it?" And you're like, "Okay." So we'll see if that actually happens. But yeah, it's got shit. What's his name? Brian Lee O'Malley.
He is doing some stuff for it. Anamanaguchi's back for it.
Yep.
You'll have 7 playable characters.
They've only
4-player
announced
co-op.
Scott and Ramona, though, right?
Correct, yeah. That was the only 2 they showed in the trailer. But yeah.
They should just do the really good anime that they did, where they make everybody realize like, oh, Scott was the villain the whole time.
They should do that. Yeah, I wonder what they're gonna do for like a story in this, because like they kind of covered the main story of the comics and everything in the first game. So
I mean, I am assuming with the X part of it that it's gonna have you deal with the X's at some point, like maybe team up with them.
I think they said that like that was a thing.
Yeah. So that's my assumption is, the EX is not accidental.
Yeah. So yeah. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. I think it looked good.
Scum is coming to PC on June 17th. There you go.
I don't know what that is.
It's a video game.
Okay.
Lego Party is coming to PS5, Xbox, Switch, and PC in 2025. It's a Lego game, but Mario Party, but Lego.
Yep.
It's a Mario Party game. It's a board game. You do mini games, and you try and win stuff, and then you can also make your character out of a bajillion different minifigure combinations. So
That part's actually interesting.
yeah, gather the friends together so you can hate each other.
Woo!
Wild Gate coming July 22nd for PS5, Xbox, and PC. An open beta is coming June 9th to 16th, which is, I guess, happening now. It's a first-person shooter, and it has space combat. It's, it's one of those.
Mm-hmm.
Blighted is coming to consoles and PC in 2026. This is made from the people who made Guacamelee and the other game they did. It's a Metroidvania. It's got a neat art style.
Yes.
Yeah.
Has multiplayer? Oh, cool.
Looked interesting.
It did. I agree.
Let's see here. Ill
Ill.
adds PS5 and Xbox versions. Ill. This game is ill.
Ill.
Also coming to PC at some point. Action horror game. Spooky, scary, gross. I think this is a game where you just blow off people's heads and dismemberment in just wild ways.
Wasn't there a part where they kicked a baby?
I think they also kicked a baby at some point.
I'm pretty sure they kicked a demon baby at one point, which
No,
yeah, that's valid.
that happens at some points.
If there's a demon baby coming at me, I'm probably gonna kick it.
You gotta kick it.
Yeah.
Mecha Break is coming July the 1st. It's a free-to-play multiplayer mecha game. It's coming to the Xbox and PC on, like I said, July 1st. The PS5... Sorry.
Go ahead.
PS5 version is coming as well, but no release date.
Our conversation on this is, hey, what is this? Mechs. Oh, okay. And that was basically
That's kind of all you need to know.
Because it's I don't know what this is. You're like, mechs.
That's it.
Yep. And then
Mechs.
by the end, I was like, you're right. That was mechs.
Mm-hmm. A new third-person sci-fi game, Infinitesimals, is coming to PS5, Xbox, and PC in 2026.
Little critter guy.
Little critter guy. Just a little guy. It's like Bugs, but
Yeah.
for video games.
That's the vibe
And
I got.
3D. It's back. Street Fighter 6 announced its new DLC with help from one Kenny Omega.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he dressed up as all the characters.
He did.
Unsurprisingly. Season 3 characters include Sagat,
Tiger.
Sea Viper, Alex, and Ingrid.
Ingrid?
Ingrid. Whatever.
Ingrid.
Sagat's coming in summer of this year, and then the rest will follow soon afterwards. Tiger.
We didn't get a single tiger in that
Tiger.
trailer, and that was very upsetting.
Tiger. But yeah. Good of them to get Kenny Omega for that, because that's a easy thing to do.
Yeah, you seem to enjoy that quite a lot.
Yeah. Multiplayer capture the flag shooter Last Flag coming to consoles and PC in 2026. I don't know if you learned who founded this development team.
Mm-mm.
It was founded by, of course, the manager and lead singer of Imagine Dragons.
No way.
It's 100% true.
Oh, it's not even the first time or the last time that Imagine Dragons is going to come up.
In this thing, yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah. Oh my God. Imagine Dragons. Wow. Wowie.
I mean, sure, if they want to make video games, why not?
Sure. You do you, man.
Yeah, that's coming in 2026. You can sign up for an open play test. That's coming, I think, later this year. Wu Chang Fallen Feathers got a trailer. It's coming out in July.
Mm-hmm.
It's another action RPG. It's one of those.
One of those?
Set in China.
Yup.
It's coming to PS5, Xbox, and PC. There you go.
There you go.
And then after that, the Wu-Tang Clan was here.
Another Wu, but
Yeah.
Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang Rise of the Deceiver coming to PC at some point. It's an action RPG. No release date, but yeah, you gotta save the Wu-Tang.
Uh-huh.
It looked
So
neat. It
funny.
looked interesting.
It did. It was just funny.
You weren't really expecting the Wu-Tang Clan to show up here.
No, no, I absolutely was not.
Not at all. Mongol Star Dive gets a closed beta from June 19th to June 26th. I think this is just another Genshin like.
That's what it seemed like to me.
Sure.
Those are popular.
Yep. Co-op roguelike game Into the Unwell. It's coming to PC. This had a very interesting art style. It kind of looked like a lot like the Cuphead art style, which is obviously
Oh yeah, it did.
the like early 20th century art style for like cartoons and stuff.
Was this the like alcoholism game?
Yes.
Or was that a different one?
I want to say it was the alcoholism game.
I can't remember. One of them I was like, why are we just doing a game about alcoholism?
You know.
Which like cool, sure, why not? But like I wasn't expecting it.
Yep. And then the Splitgate 2 guy came up on stage
Oh no, this guy.
with his Make FPS Great Again hat.
And then on FPS games.
Yep.
Just
to introduce a trailer for a Battle Royale mode for his video game set to Imagine Dragons.
Yep.
What a loser.
What an hat.
It was very funny to see everyone coming out of that just being like, this guy sucks.
Yeah.
And then he just doubled down on everything.
Yep.
Being like, well, this wasn't a political statement or anything. It's been memed to death, so it doesn't really mean anything. He said that in an interview, and then I guess today, as we're recording this, he put out an apology video, quote unquote. Just it was more of an apology video of being like, I'm sorry you guys are mad about this.
Yeah.
Type deal. It's
I'm
just
sorry you're offended.
it's like, dude, just shut the up and go away.
Yeah, just bleh.
Again, I don't understand how no one saw this and was like, this is a bad idea. You probably shouldn't do this and wear that out on stage.
I mean, like the marketing team or like his best friend or like
anyone,
Jeff Keighley,
yeah.
like anybody on the like actual production side of Summer Games, like no one thought to say, "Hey, this is a really, really bad idea and you shouldn't do that."
No.
No.
Unsurprisingly, Keighley has said nothing about it because he's a gutless coward who just loves to be as apolitical as possible.
Yep.
So.
Oh, we forgot to mention that he brought Kojima out.
He did, yeah. It
was
whatever.
But yeah, this was just
it's very stupid, especially at the same time when like there are ice raids happening in Los Angeles during that weekend. So
like,
it's like
literally like in the same
what the
city.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm glad that most sane people just clowned on him and pretty much wrote him off as just a loser.
Yeah, I've heard that like I've heard that a lot of the devs on that are like super with him, understandably.
Yeah.
Because like now everybody's at their work.
Yeah.
It's that dude's fault.
Mm-hmm.
Great job, guy. I hope you thought that was great and funny.
He probably did. Oh, also I learned
Dragons.
that apparently he is like the son of the dude who runs Into It.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, in better news, RGG Studios showed off their Project Century thing, and it now has a new title called Stranger Than Heaven.
And they changed the year where it takes place.
Oh, I didn't know they changed the year. Interesting.
Yeah, it was originally in the 19 teens and now it's in the 1940s.
Ah, interesting. Yeah, period piece, kind of Yakuza game. I feel like this is basically them trying to do a new Judgment game without having to deal with the headache of the main dude from Judgment's actor.
Yeah,
and his management
team. Yeah.
Because there's definitely parts in this where you're like, the character was like writing down notes, you were examining items, kind of detective work stuff,
Yep.
So there was that. But yeah, the location looked nice, very period piece-esque. It's also gonna be interesting, like, This is a game that'll be taking place during the midst of World War II.
Yep.
So
In Japan, right?
in Japan, so very interesting to see how that all that is handled and everything. But yeah, this looked really good.
Yeah, I'll watch you play it.
Yeah. And then their one last thing.
One last thing.
They had shown off some Resident Evil stuff earlier, where they're like, "Hey, here's the guy from Resident Evil. We're making the new game, but you're gonna have to wait a little bit to see it."
We got to cook a little bit longer.
And the what he meant by that is, "Hey, just wait 20 minutes and we'll show you."
So initially, they did a trailer or like an ad of like, here's all these Resident Evil games on sale. I was like, oh, they're gonna announce something Resident Evil. And then they did that, and I was like, oh, well, I guess that's our Resident Evil announcement. And then they ended it, and they're like, here's Resident Evil 9. Woo!
Woo!
Looked great.
Yeah. This is coming on February 27th, 2026 for PS5, Xbox, and PC. Yeah, the 9th Resident Evil game.
I'm interested to see how it's gonna play.
Yeah, me too, because they did not really give you a good idea of whether it's first or third person in it. Got to go to a spooky hotel.
It looks like you're also going to like the remains of Raccoon City, possibly.
Correct, yeah.
So that's interesting. Ashcroft is the protag, and her mom was in one of the previous games.
Yes, not one of like the main games, like one of the
No,
spin-offs.
one of the spin-offs.
Yeah. So that's interesting. Yeah. That game is right around the corner, so.
Yeah, the fact that it was announced like, and you said February, right?
February.
Yeah, like that's not that far from now, and like we had not even heard of it until now. So that's
Yeah.
You know what? I prefer this style
Sure, yeah, 100%.
where they're like, by the way, this game's coming out next year. Like please do more of that and less like, hey, this game's coming out in a decade.
Yeah. But yeah, the 9th Resident Evil game.
It looked good. I can't believe they trolled us though.
I mean, that was funny.
It was funny. It was great. Like A plus, good troll. But at the same time, I was like, damn it, you got me, sir.
Bamboozled.
Got bamboozled. It was a happy bamboozlement.
Yeah. But yeah, that was the Summer Game Fest.
Mm-hmm.
The Jeff Keighley.
The Jeff Keighley.
Yeah. And then Xbox did a thing. We're going to obviously talk about the third-party games that were announced here. We're not going to talk about any of the stuff that is attached to Xbox because, again, you should not be buying Xbox stuff or doing any of that. You should be supporting the BDS movement and their boycott of Microsoft and specifically the Xbox brand. So yeah, we'll talk about third-party stuff, non-Xbox.
You should watch it if you're interested, but like,
or just watch the trailers.
Yeah, that's
you
what I meant.
don't have to watch the Xbox thing.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Is just watch the things that
Yeah.
you know. Wait, if you're interested in the things that we're talking about.
Yeah. Let's see here. Gotta find which parts are not Xbox related. High on Life 2, of course.
Bad
Yeah.
way to start here.
PS5, Xbox, and PC coming this winter. It is a sequel to High on Life. If you like that Rick and Morty style of comedy, then here's another one of those for you.
Woo!
Yeah. Resonance of Plague Tale Legacy is coming to PS5, Xbox, and PC in 2026. If you want to fight more rats, I guess.
Great.
Rat fighting.
Rats.
Silk Song's supposed to be out this year, I guess.
Yeah, that was mentioned in a little side thing that like, oh, by the way, you'll get to play this at
I'll
launch
believe
of
it
this
when
thing.
I see it.
Yeah, same.
Blood of Dawnwalker coming to PS5, Xbox, and PC in 2026.
It's that like Vampire Gone Wrong
Bandai
game?
Namco game where you're a vampire and you're fighting other vampires.
You're a day vampire. You're a good guy vampire.
I'm the vampire man.
And British.
Oi, brother, I'm a vampire.
Sorry, I shouldn't have laughed like that. That's embarrassing.
Super Meat Boy 3D coming to PS5, Xbox, and PC in 2026. It is a 3D platforming version of Meat Boy. So if you want to have hard platforming, but this time in 3D, the third dimension.
The third dimension.
Then there you go.
Those games are really hard, so I can't imagine doing it in 3D.
Yeah. Beast of Reincarnation is a new game from Game Freak, the Pokemon people.
Right. The Pokemon.
Coming to PS5, Xbox, and PC in 2026.
There was blood.
Yeah, you're in post-apocalyptic Japan. It's an action RPG. You gotta fight stuff. There's no Pokemon. So yeah, interesting.
Mm-hmm. Unexpected.
What else we got here? Bloober Team's making a new game called Chronos: The New Dawn. It's coming to PS5, Xbox, and PC. It's a scary game.
Yeah.
In 1980s Poland.
Oh.
So there's that. Don't Nod's making a new sci-fi game called Aphelion. Coming PS5, Xbox, and PC in 2026.
I don't remember that one.
Space. The Final Frontier. I think it's like you have like two characters and one of them goes missing and you have to go find them on like a random planet or something type deal.
Did I just black out for this part?
You might have. It's
Okay.
entirely possible.
Oops.
That does happen every once in a while for you.
Yeah, sometimes I just blip.
Bleh. What else we got here? Moodang, Two Hearts for PS5, Xbox, and PC, coming in 2026. It's a third-person shooter in Korea.
Right, that one.
Where it was like, here's these military dudes, and then here's just like a lady.
Yeah. She looks... I don't know how to describe it, but...
just like a regular lady.
She's just a regular lady in a miniskirt, and I was like, okay, hi! Who are you? What's happening?
It do be like that.
Do we like that sometimes?
Planet of Lana 2, Children of the Leaf, coming to PS5, Xbox, PS4, Switch, and PC in 2026. It's a platforming game, puzzle game.
I didn't play the first one, so I don't know what to expect
Me
here.
either.
Oops, magoops.
Solo Leveling Arise Overdrive is coming to consoles and PC. I believe this is like a
Co-op.
no, it's a like no, I guess maybe it isn't. I thought it was just like the mobile game coming to
Nahone.
but I guess it's something different. But yeah. Based off of the anime, you can play stuff in it and be the anime.
No Alex Lee that I could hear because it was in
No.
Japanese.
Free-to-play game Animo coming to Xbox, PC, and mobile.
This looked so AI.
This is, yeah, it was basically, what if we made a very fake-looking game, but also kind of Pokemon-like?
It looked so AI.
Can't wait for us to get sued by Nintendo.
Oops.
Oops. The developers behind Spiritfarer are making a new game called At Fate's End. It's coming to PS5, Xbox, and PC in 2026.
It looked very different.
Looked different. There was no cat that I
No
saw
cat.
where I could be a cat and you could just do everything else, which is kind of disappointing. But
It's very disappointing, honestly. But the art style is obviously very pretty because that's what they do. But
yeah,
I don't know really what to expect from it other than like you're fighting with your family, I guess.
I hate when I'm fighting with my family.
Same.
Urgh.
Brr.
The heavily rumored, not surprising, Persona 4 remake
Yep.
showed up. It's now called Persona 4 Revival. It's coming to PS5, Xbox, and PC. At some point, no date was shown. Basically, you just saw some
Backgrounds.
some backgrounds of Inaba, the shrine, and the classroom.
And 5 seconds of you Narukami walking around, but looking way too big for the environment.
Yeah, this game looks very early.
It looks super early.
Which again, I think makes all those like comments from the previous voice cast of like the original P4 voice cast and all that sort of stuff very strange.
Mm-hmm.
Because if this is how this game looks right now, they wouldn't be really doing voice work, I would assume.
No.
So
And I
maybe the
mean,
thing is like, yeah, we didn't ask you to do it because we haven't done it yet.
right.
But again, who knows? They may just completely do a new voice cast altogether like they did with the P3 remake. So,
Yeah, and I imagine if they do that, they'll probably do the same way they did with 3, that they like brought back the old cast but had them in different roles.
mhm.
Which worked fine. I think it worked fine, except for, they left out the problematic man, which is good.
Yeah. Again, I think this is a thing of like, it's neat that they're remaking this. I don't necessarily think I need a Persona 4 remake.
It didn't need it as badly as 3 did.
No,
Because
but
Golden is right there, and Golden is still great.
yeah. So I'm interested to see how it shapes up and turns out and all that. But yeah,
They gotta make Narukami's collar bigger.
pop that collar some more, my dude.
Pop it. And I mentioned it to you. It's not gonna happen, but I do hope that they let Narukami actually like be a character.
They won't.
I know, but it's upsetting. I want him to be, because they let him be post Persona 4.
Yeah, but those games are different because you're not necessarily controlling him in those games.
I know, but I still want a little weird goblin man.
Little weird goblin man. They're making an Invincible fighting game. It's a 3v3 tag game called Invincible Versus, coming to PS5, Xbox, and PC in 2026.
It was bloody.
Yeah, that's how that show is, I guess, as well.
I haven't seen it.
I think this is also being made by like the people who made Killer Instinct, which is interesting.
Oh, interesting.
Which makes sense as well. So yeah. That basically does it for Xbox. In terms of stuff we can really talk about. Get out of here. So yeah, there was all that, and then also I guess Nintendo decided, hey, we're going to announce a game today as well. They announced a Splatoon spin-off.
Wait, I didn't see that.
Yeah,
When did that happen?
today.
What? Splatoon spin off. Whoa. Oh, I'll be danged.
I'll be danged.
I was trying to make it so you didn't have to edit that, but then I realized you're gonna have to edit like 10,000 other things, so.
I'll be danged.
I'll be danged. I didn't know that was happening, but now it is. I'm staring at my Switch 2 box that is unopened.
Unopened, just there.
It's just there. I'm looking at the serial thingy on the side. Serial number
Nahone.
where people can scan it. Be like, boop.
This is
Scanned
mine
you.
now.
No, that's mine.
So yeah, they announced a lot of video games
Yeah.
as per tradition.
I mean, you said this to me after, because it was like, wasn't a whole lot there for me. And you're like, there never is a whole lot there for you. I was like, I guess you're right.
Yeah.
I mean, there were some things that I was excited about and some things that I'm interested in, but yeah, these don't tend to be for people like me.
Yeah.
I was gonna say or people like you, but there are some games that are more you focused than me focused here.
Sure, yeah. Man, that's all the announcements we're going to talk about. And that's going to do it for us this week.
Mm-hmm.
So if you'd like more from us, head on over to seasonanimecheckup.com or sec.cool where you can find past episodes of this podcast and other podcasts like Jared Now Watch. You can also find columns and reviews on the site as well. If you'd like more from Ann Ladium, go to annladium.com. She's got columns and reviews. Follow us on Twitter and TikTok at Anime Checkup. Follow us on Blue Sky, seasonanimecheckup.com. You can buy our books, One Shiny Moment of Critical Analysis of Love, Life, Sunshine, Hot Tubs, and Pac-Man on Amazon.com. And express on Patreon, patreon.com/SACOVA. Buy us a slice of pizza, get access to unedited versions of the podcast early. Our monthly exclusive Patreon podcast and a whole wealth of other bonus content is up there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Next week, we'll talk about something else, I guess.
I might have this Atome finished by then.
You might have this weird Atome game done.
I'm closing in.
Well,
So we'll see.
Maybe we'll talk about that. And for now, I'll just look at this camera feed of Game Boy.
Yee.